Hi, I'm Anita Goa. This is a great routine you can do on the floor, whether you're at home, in the gym, at the end of the day, after an upper body workout, or anytime you feel really hunched over and you're about to join Hunchback Nation. No, we don't want to join Hunchback Nation. It's not attractive. We want to have good posture. So the equipment that I'm using in this routine is a soft foam roller. If you don't have a soft foam roller, maybe you have a hard one, you can place a blanket over it. And if you don't have a foam roller at all, you can take a tightly knit weaved blanket and roll it up. Perfect. Another thing that I'm using is a yoga block. If you don't have that, use a step stool or a stack of books, as well as a yoga strap. And if you don't have that, use a belt or a scarf, whatever you have that can give you leverage. We're flexible. All right, so try it on, notice how it feels on your body, and let me know in the comment box below. If you like it, give me a thumbs up. I'll see you on the mat. We're going to start on the floor. As I said, everything's going to happen on the floor, and we're going to lie over the foam roller or your rolled up blanket, whatever you have. If you don't have any of those things, you can of course just lie flat on the floor, and that's going to be wonderful as well. So I'm going to sit up. This has become one of my favorite things to do any time of the day. It's very hydrating for the spine. So roll yourself down. Make sure that the foam roller is right into the center. You're going to allow your knees to come together and your feet to be apart. So this way you don't have to use really any energy to stay here. And make sure your neck feels long. And rest the arms at the side of your body. Turn your palms to face up. Just close your eyes. Allow your upper body to relax and melt into the foam roller or into the floor. Try to keep your mouth closed and see if you can inhale through your nose, let your abdomen expand. And then exhale out through your nose and let your abdomen go back to normal. And just try to notice in this position, if when you're resting here, if you feel just completely exhausted. And if you do, that's a sign that you are exhausted. And the more exhausted you feel, the more tired you feel, the more dehydrated the muscles become. And the more dehydrated the muscles are, the tighter they become. And it's not easy for the energy to run or flow through our body. It's not possible for the body to perform optimally. So just resting here for a few moments, deep breathing, will help you to hydrate the muscles of your spine. You may feel that immediately afterwards. I know I always do. So it has nothing to do with drinking a lot of water. So the more relaxed you start to feel, you'll feel yourself just relaxing more and more into the foam roller. And the front body starts to open up and expand further and further. So this is wonderful for posture. Of course, you can stay here longer, but just for the sake of time, we're going to roll off. Just move the foam roller a little bit to the side and continue with your knees together and your feet open. And notice how your spine feels resting on the floor. Maybe it feels like it drops a bit more into the floor, and it feels like there's water. It's very fluid in your spine. Such a good feeling. And then we're going to take the foam roller or your rolled up blanket and place it behind our head. So I'm going to move my hair and sort of lift my head up a little bit and then let the head rest back so that the neck is resting onto the foam roller. Almost feels like you're pulling and you're stretching your neck a little bit. And maybe initially, if it feels really tight there, it might feel like the neck is too short to match the foam roller. Don't crank into it, just allow it to happen, allow it to be exactly where it's at. And over time, you're going to start to notice differences, changes. And again, just make sure that you stay with your breath. You can feel free to move to the left and then slowly come to the center and move it to the right. Come to the center and move it to the left again. You can hold it there, and I like again to lift my head up a little bit and adjust it, and I can even turn a little bit to the side and get right into the scalenes right there that tend to get really tight. And you can move it a little bit side to side like you're saying a gentle no. Or you can lift your chin up and down like you're saying a gentle yes. And then come back to the center and then move it over to the right. And it might feel different on the right side compared to the left side. Maybe move your head a little bit side to side. Lift it up and down. And come back to the center. Good. And release the foam roller behind you and rest back. And then try to notice if it feels like there's a little bit more water and fluid running through your neck, maybe even into your shoulders, into your jaw. Don't crank yourself into that foam roller, just move it really gently. A little bit goes a long way. Toe heel your feet together. Roll over either to your right or your left side and push yourself up. Just that feels so good. You might feel so much more open. I love it. We're going to cross our ankles and roll over to our hands and knees and come to a tabletop position. So our arms are going to be shoulder distance apart, legs are going to be hip distance apart. But we're going to turn our hands. So we're going to turn the left fingers to the outside and in, so the fingers are facing the knees. The right hand to the outside and in, so the right fingers also point the knees. Alright, root down into your palms, then we're going to exhale, round into a cat stretch. Hang out here for a little bit. You'll feel a deep stretch, most probably into your forearms and wrists. Feel the shoulder blades separating. And then inhale, arch your spine. Do that again. Exhale, round it into a cat. Inhale, arch it to a cow. Exhale, cat. Inhale, cow. One more time. Exhale, cat. Inhale, cow. Come back to a neutral position. Shift your weight into the right arm as you lift the hand and very gradually face the fingers forward. Shift your weight into the left hand as you lift the right hand off and shift your fingers to face forward. Good. Now we're going to send our hips back like we're doing a child's pose. And then you're going to take a yoga block and you're going to bend the elbow and try to match so that your elbows are on the yoga block. All right, maybe your hips are a little bit more off the heels. That depends on your flexibility. So just test that out. And you're going to place the left elbow on the block as well. Work your palms together, and I'm going to try to drop your head right in between the arms. You can rest your forehead on a block, and you can come as high up onto the yoga block as you need to be. Here you should feel a good stretch into your tricep, as well as creating beautiful length through both sides of your waist. And the more you can fully breathe here and allow your hips to draw back into your heels, you feel a release into your lower back and upper buttocks as well. Full breath in, full breath out. Good. Then gradually start to come up. Release the hands to the floor. Good. Very good. All right. Starting to feel even more open. If it's uncomfortable to stay in this hero pose on your heels, take your yoga block and place it behind you and sit on it. Sit as high as you need to be. Right? So we're going to combine two poses together now. First, we're going to interlace the fingers behind our back, interlace the right index finger on top of the left. We're going to lift the chest, really lift through the breastbone, draw in through the abs, roll your shoulders open and try to pin your shoulder blades together. So in this position, it shouldn't change your breathing. And notice it hasn't changed my voice. You don't want to throw your head back. That's going to crunch up your neck and is going to shut off your breathing. So you don't want to live on life support, and you don't want to stretch feeling like you're on life support, right? From this position, we're going to go into the rabbit pose. So we're going to hinge forward and come to the crown of our head and try to stretch the arms away. Now, if you feel that it's uncomfortable to be at the crown of your head, it should not be crunching into your neck. Just make sure that you sit back onto your heels and hang out in that position. Breathe in, breathe out. But this is going to stretch your biceps as well as the front of your shoulders and chest. Then slowly come out of it, back in to what we call the hero pose. Yeah, and release the arms. Then we're going to go into the eagle arms. We're going to cross the right elbow on top of the left. Try to work the palms together. They're not going to be even. That's okay. Lift your elbows, drop your shoulders down and away from the ears. It's a great stretch for the outside of the shoulders as well as the upper back. Full breath in, full breath out. Full breath in, full breath out. And we're going to release the arms, bring them behind our back again. Now interlace the left index finger on top of the right. This stretches your shoulders differently by changing the interlacing of the fingers. Stretch the arms away, lift the breastbone, draw your abs in so you're not hunching your back. Lengthen the spine, pin the shoulder blades together. You can hang out here or you can hinge forward, come to the crown of your head into the rabbit pose. Stretch the arms away. And you might feel the stretch differently on this side. Breathe with it. And slowly release and come up. And eagle pose on the other side. Cross the left elbow on top of the right. Wrap the arms together. Lift the elbows. And then drop the shoulders and the elbows down. Want to make sure that the shoulders stay away from the ears. There's no business up by the ears. Send them home into their sockets. You can always move your head a little bit lightly, side to side. Good. And release. From this position, we're going to come forward. Take the block away if you used it. Cross the ankles and then sit down. Now here, you can either keep your legs bent or you can keep your legs extended. It's very important that you keep your chest lifted. So lift the breastbone like you did on the previous pose, roll the shoulders back. Our arms are going to go behind us again, and we're going to turn the fingers so they're facing away from us, but keep the arms close to the body, as close together as you can keep them. Try to root down into your palms, lift the breastbone, draw your shoulder blades down and together. And just feel length through the spine, length into the neck, a lot of openness into your chest, front of the shoulders. It helps to strengthen the upper back as well, which is very important for posture, to have a strong upper back. All right, you might feel this into your biceps and into your forearms and wrists as well. Breathe in, breathe out. Good, and release. Try to sit there for a few minutes and you start to notice which muscles are weak and which muscles are strong. Just come into an easy seat, legs crossed, and feel free to sit on a block if you want to. I'm going to reach the right arm up, bend in the elbow, take a hold of the elbow, and then try to press the head against the arm. So you want to try to keep the head over the shoulders and the shoulders over the pelvis. Work the left arm down and behind, so you turn your thumb inwards, you bend in the elbow, and you're going to try to take a hold of the right hand. All right, that's a little bit challenging, so if you're not able to do that, use a rope. Keep the breastbone lifted, drop your shoulders. Full breath in, full breath out. Good, then gradually release, reach the arms up, and now you're going to bend the left elbow, take a hold of the elbow, press your head against the arm. Deep stretch into the tricep. Then take the right arm, turn the thumb inwards, bend in the right elbow, so the palm faces back, and you try to join the left hand. And again on that side, if it feels challenging to join the hand, use a rope. And you might find that one side is a little bit more open than the other. And over time, they will start to even out. Good, then gradually release the arms down. That's a good little joint flosser. All right, you can continue to sit on the block or you can sit on the floor. You're going to open your legs as if you're doing a deep low Indian squat, a squatting position. It's important that you're able to, in this position, to sit up tall. All right, so being elevated is great. We're going to turn our fingers inwards and our shoulders are going to rotate inwards. So this one is going to help you out a lot in that internal rotation, in binding, in the cow's face pose that we just did. And it's going to stretch the wrists as well. And it might seem a little weird initially, try to go slowly. So we're going to turn our fingers inwards and we're going to place the tops of our hands right onto our rib cage. And our elbows are going to go on the inside of the knees. And this is basically how it looks like. We press the knees a little bit against the elbows and the elbows against the knees. Breathe in and breathe out. I definitely feel this a lot in my wrists and particularly my left wrist. You might feel it more in your shoulders. Basically, the pose will give you exactly where you need it the most, and it might change over time as you use the pose. Good. And then gradually lift up, and then very gradually release. Yeah, now I feel it a little bit in my right wrist as well. So just give it a little bit of a massage. It's just a sign that they're tight. I work a lot on the computer. I use my iPhone a lot, so You know, that's the wear and tear that we get from doing that. Now the next one is quite challenging. This really sort of feels like it stretches the whole entire arm, including the forearms and the wrists. So we're going to cross the right wrist on top of the left and then interlace the fingers. That's how we start off. Then we're going to turn inwards, and from there we're going to try to straighten the arms out. Oh yeah. And then we're going to go back to the beginning. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. You can just do free breathing. If you can't extend the arms all the way, if you get here and it stops, doesn't want to go any further, then pause there and then just keep doing it. And over time, you're going to start to notice the difference, right? Just like anything that you practice. Good. One more time. And then we're going to do it on the other side. Cross the left wrist on top of the right. Interlace the fingers. And we go in and we wring it out. Oh yeah, just wring out all that tension, all that tightness. Hasta la vista, baby. Alright, send it away. Maybe someone else can make use of it. Right? You never know. Keep breathing. Only stretch it as far as you feel you can. This is just to open you up, to let that energy flow through you. So you can do the things that you want to do in your life with energy. Yeah, and release it down. Ooh, yeah. Scream and shout, let it all out, or just ooh yourself out of it. I hope that you feel like your posture improved, that you're sitting up taller, your shoulders are rolled back, and you feel tall and proud. Energy is flowing through you and you're ready to take on whatever it is that you need to take on. Please let me know in the comment box below how this felt on your body. And if you liked it, give me a thumbs up. Alright, I'll see you here next time. Bye!